Hello family and friends, it's Rob the Sapper Gardener coming at you early in the morning before I go to work. I'm not really much of a dress shirt type of guy when I'm not working, but this is our last expected day near freezing weather here at our property. And we're going to start getting hot and heavy on transplanting stuff out and direct sowing seeds. We've got most of our garden beds cleared and ready. Still got some to go, like this one here, which we're going to clear out. We're going to sheet mulch it with cardboard, wood chips, and then put some plants in it like we did last year that'll tolerate partial shade. But things are looking good in the garden. Finishing up our fence repairs, getting beds ready that we'll put individual plants, and of course we'll always companion plant as well. And we got some beds ready. A lot of grain popping up. We got our alliums, our onions, our garlic, our leeks out because we know they'll tolerate frost. And these two beds here are also sown with early peas and fava beans, which kind of doubles as both a food crop and a cover crop, because we don't want what's happening here. These beds have been cleared out. We don't want them filling back up with grass like some of ours have. And this is a bed we're going to be replacing with a metal bed like this. We've still got a few in our garage we need to assemble and move out. But we're ready. No more frost. At least no more predicted frost in the 10-day forecast. We know we can always get a surprise one, but things are looking good. Our garlic's looking like it's going to do really well this year. And we usually do really well with garlic. And we're going to be able to start focusing on other things like our horseradish, which we're going to spread around the garden. We're going to do horseradish in containers. So we don't have to worry about our potatoes as much. We can move the containers wherever we want. And we'll soon be able to start bringing out our frost-sensitive plants, our cold-sensitive plants like sweet potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, getting them set up, our bitter melon, which we'll put on our trellises again. Look at the ladies. Always ready for a treat. It looks like we got a broody in there, at least one broody, which I won't take out now before work. I'll let Mrs. SG handle that. Oh, we got two broodies in there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but Buff Orpingtons and Australorps are one of those really friendly breeds, but they're also one of those that they're two of those that can get broody at times. And Murphy's Law hit us. When I changed the flat tire on the John Deere, we also same day had a belt break, so I got to do some repairs on it to get it back running. And it's the drive belt, it's not the deck belt. So it starts, it just doesn't go anywhere. But hopefully that's a quick fix. I'll YouTube how to fix the deck belt. And our beds are looking good. Just gotta fix up the grow bags a little bit. They all should look like that and not like that. So I'll have to put some back into it to pull those up, refill them so that they stand up sturdy again, and cut a lot of grass. But we're just happy to have good weather again. We got to top off some of our metal beds because they sit up a little high from where we cleared out the old wood and the soil around it, so they all sit a little higher than they did before. We know they'll settle in time, but as we grow stuff, we pull crops, we'll keep filling them and refilling them until they're all up more like these beds. So a lot of empty spaces, a lot of opportunity for us to have the garden looking the way we want it to look. So real quick morning check-in / mini garden tour. Our greenhouse is full now with our tropicals, our cold sensitive plants, but not for long. All these will start bringing out as soon as we look at the forecast and we see no temperatures below 40, but preferably in the mid 40s, low 50s. We'll get those all out and hopefully get a lot of fruit this year. So I'm gonna head back in. I guess I can show you guys the tomatoes in the basement real quick before I sign out. So our tomatoes are definitely ready to go out. They're looking really good. Nice thick stalks on them. And we've got our Roma, we've got our San Marzano, and then we got a few that we're just doing 3 or 4 each of, but they're all ready to go out. We've been hardening them off, and we anticipate putting them out this weekend. We got our ones on the table over there also. So yeah, things are ready to go out and get the sun. We use a wagon and some patio chairs to harden them off. We take them out for a few hours, let them get some good sun, and then bring them back in. But we think after this day that we'll be okay.
A few days later.
So we got our fence repaired. We got some garden beds we gotta fill up. Took a little while, well, 2 days to get it done, but I think that's pretty good. And the garden's coming alive. I'm gonna put up some still photos. This is obviously a few days after the last footage. Yeah, stuff's coming alive in the garden, so we're happy. We got our figs starting to leaf out. We took the covers off them and they're all doing good. We used a couple of different methods to overwinter our figs outdoors, but they're still doing okay, and everything is popping up. Yeah, we actually got some bag garden soil. We caught a sale at the big box store over the last holiday. We know we got a lot of beds to fill. Not enough to get cubic yards of garden soil, but enough where we don't want to try mixing everything, so we bought some. We'll get our beds filled up, topped off. And one quick thing I mentioned about our lawnmower, I thought we had a broken or loose belt on it, but actually something I found out once I actually jacked it up and checked it out, the belt was okay, but on the tire there's a drive pin. Hello ladies. There's a drive pin or a drive key. When you take your tire off, which I'm not going to do now, you take this off, you have a cotter pin that secures the tire to your drive shaft, and there's a little key, a little metal piece, looks like a black matchstick. that sits up in there. And when I took the old tire off, I took the key out, and you can actually see the key slides in that little slot right there. So when I took the tire off, I took that key off. And if you don't have that piece in, then your lawn tractor won't move, at least the model that we have. So if anybody's changing your own tires out, just remember that, because sometimes you think it's one thing and it turns out to be another. And we're making some new lawn furniture too. We got some new lawn chairs here. And now that my lawn tractor is fixed, I've been on grass cutting duties. Chased off a few snakes, which really like the tall grass. And got some more garden beds put together and set out. We got some here where we got some grapevines. We got one there. And we've topped off and transferred out some of our onions here. And we're also going to put tomatoes over here. We had tomatoes in that bed last year. This year we're going to put some tomatoes here where the onions are, and the bed down at the end. And we may put a few in pots, but we got to do more weeding here before we put too much out. We've got the beds clear, but the walkways need to be cleared too, so we can come out without worrying about any of our four-legged friends. But things are coming out okay. So, real quick update. I'm gonna get in and enjoy hopefully the rest of this day off. I got tons of stuff I still need to do. We got our pecan tree leafing out, and thankfully we had a somewhat harsh winter. Every one of our fruit and nut trees is leafing out. We have a policy. We don't consider anything dead. Let me get my gate shut. We don't write off any of our trees as being dead until June 1st. If it hasn't leafed out by then, and we know it's pretty much dead. So we got one pear tree that hasn't leafed out. It's probably dead. If it hasn't leafed out by June, we'll dig it up and we'll replace it with something else. We've got some other trees in mind that Mrs. SG wants to try on the homestead. We got a bed there we need to fill up. And I'm thinking we may make that into a strawberry patch. It's right next to cement. We've got out more early peas here. And we may put strawberries in there with the early peas also. But yeah, garden's doing good. So hopefully this wasn't too long of a video. I got a couple of days worth of footage I've got to splice together. And we'll see how it goes. So, on behalf of the family here at Essayons Family Garden, this is Rob the Sapper Gardener saying God bless our great country America, and God bless you wherever you reside around the world. Take care. Sapper out.